Hello friends, family, other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a best of 3 between in the bottom left as the blue Protoss players MaxPax's, and in the bottom right as the red Protoss. It is Classic, a PvP masterpiece, or well, potentially a PvP masterpiece. It could also be a PvP that will go absolutely nowhere, as these are two players that I respect an insane amount in this matchup. Especially when it comes to MaxPax's. I think he's one of the most brilliant minds in the Protoss versus Protoss. His Phoenix versus Phoenix play is... I think it is the best in the world. I don't think I've seen anyone more comfortable in Phoenix Wars than MaxPax's. I can't imagine anyone feeling like they'll have a leg up against MaxPax's. I've seen him win fights being down a Phoenix and just absolutely destroying their opponent, his opponent. I just don't understand how it happens. It's weird. It's hard. We'll see if that's something that might happen here. So this is a map where 1 gate expands are going to be the norm. And as both players are opening up with 2 gases, we see Classic, 16 workers on minerals. Okay, yeah, there we go. Pulls this one off from the minerals. Often a good tell as to what is to happen is whether they will pick off a probe from the gas or from the minerals. 15 workers on minerals the entire time often will follow up into a bit of a Stargate. We even see only 14 workers on minerals initially here for MaxPax's, meaning that he just wants slightly more gas. And we already kind of see that represented here in the overall resources tab. Just 20 more gas in the bank currently for MaxPax's. That's going to allow him to get a Stargate, an Adept, and perhaps even a Warp Gate just a little bit quicker than his opponent. Now, Classic wants to cancel this Zealot. Everyone wants to cancel this Zealot, okay? This is the rule. You want to cancel the Zealot, and if you can get away with it, you don't want to build it, because it's a waste of money. It does not serve any purpose in the mid game. Straight away, full wall here out of Classic, full wall out of MaxPax's. That's going to be a complete mirror for now. We still see, MaxPax's wanted to cancel it, but it's not going to happen. Pylon will be going up on Classic, on MaxPax's is natural, and Classic will need to cancel that, I think, in the last second. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that cancel off. Oftentimes I don't even mind in these type of situations cancelling your Stalker as well, and then throwing down a faster Nexus if you have the opportunity. It does seem like MaxPax's just rebuild the Stalker for no real reason. Nexus already going down on the side of Classic. He managed to get it down before the 3rd pylon, while MaxPax's needs to build the 3rd pylon before the Nexus. We do have a Phoenix on the way, and if this probe is still alive, oh my god, this probe is being so darn annoying here. Delaying that Stalker really is costing MaxPax's right now, as this Nexus is going to be delayed by, well, almost 3 entire probes. Of course, 12 seconds per probe, so if your Nexus is delayed by 36 seconds, then you're going to have 3 less probes by the time the Nexus finishes. Also, because you tend to be oversaturated in the main base, you get quicker proper mining from the natural. So overall a good start for Classic. Ooh, what just happened there? Oh, both of them just lost the Phoenix. We also see more resources lost though on the side of Classic, because he built, I think, 4 pylons and cancelled all of them. 2nd Stargate on the way. Warp Gate is going to finish up as well though, as a 3rd gas is being taken on both sides. And we'll have to wait and see what exactly is going to be going on here. 2nd Stargate. So we will be heading into what seems to me like a Phoenix versus Phoenix, and this looks really bad for Classic, honestly, as he just lost a Phoenix. Well, he lost 2 Phoenixes, but only ended up killing 1. So he's going to be down 1 Phoenix, and I mentioned it before, MaxPax's micro with these Phoenixes, even being down Phoenixes, is often good enough to win games. I can't imagine what it's like if he's up a Phoenix. Battery needs to be built right at this moment, or these bad boys could be causing some trouble in the near future. With a Chrono Boost on the Stargate, of course, the count of these Phoenixes will be about even. And as one of... Ooh, this is a good start here for Classic. Classic actually going to get the better end of this trade, that's for sure. Oh, evens up the score. Worker count about equal as well, and I wouldn't mind if MaxPax's would start working on his gateway with the Zealot here. Yeah, need to start taking that out at some point. The reason for that is because you need to take a 3rd base. Okay, he attacked it once and then stopped. I'm not so sure why. Maybe he believes there's still the potential of a Twilight Council coming out and some type of Dark Shrine. As he starts looking for any pylons on the map, does not find them, and that is because they are not there currently. Zealot starts going to town on this gateway. I do believe you can bug out a probe as well in this position. If you build a pylon here and the probe can just pop out just like that. We'll see if Classic tries a trick similar to that, because he probably doesn't need to. He needs to start doing something, at least at some point. Wants to get out to get that third base, I can only imagine. He's not attacking his own gateway yet, and that's what we see MaxPax do. MaxPax being very ballsy here with his Phoenixes. This is 6 Phoenixes against the 7 defensive Phoenixes here for Classic. Some more Phoenixes are going to join up for MaxPax. It's going to be 8 against 7 for a couple of seconds. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Probe gets sent outside. I think MaxPax barely missed it. He will know about it now as he sees this pylon. He's like, hey, why is that pylon building there? That can only be for one reason. And he was considering getting that probe. Does not end up going there though. 9 versus 9 Phoenixes. Phoenix count is surprisingly even. Well, not surprisingly even. Both of them lost the exact same amount of Phoenixes. 3 and 1 probe. MaxPax up 2 workers. Fleet beacon slightly quicker here for Classic. And that could be something that makes a difference. Is if that any impulse crystals is what 10-20 seconds faster. There is a timing window that Classic can be hitting. And if you have 2 more range on your Phoenixes, that is generally a good thing. If you get the first few shots off for free, yeah, you're going to be snowballing very, very hard. Another pylon does get built here for MaxPax. This Zealot isn't outside yet. We do get a warp in Zealot. Classic is the only player that finished his warp gate. That won't be too useful anymore soon though, because this gateway is going to get taken out, and that is the only gateway that is available. And the Impulse Crystals has finished up here for Classic. Wants to take this fight already. No range yet for MaxPax. 13 versus 13 Phoenixes currently. But in 4 seconds, his Anti-Impulse will also finish. And this is the timing where MaxPax believes that he's the strongest. Gets the first Phoenix kill for free. Gets the second one. Just open up the unit tab here as MaxPax is winning the fight so far, it seems like. 10 against 8, 10 against 7, 10 against 6, 9 against 5. I'm not quite sure how he does it exactly, but a completely even Phoenix fight, and he ends up with, well, an infinite amount more Phoenixes. 3 Phoenixes against 7, and I don't think there's any way that this third base is ever going to start mining. Zealot gets taken out as well, and this is looking terrible, terrible, terrible for Classic. He will not be capable of getting any resources from this third base, and I'm not even sure if he can hold his own natural soon. There's no pressure whatsoever on MaxPax to continue moving in. But he can as well, he can. He's gonna shoot a Phoenix through the super battery. Now he says, okay, I don't need to fight in that super battery. You need to come to me, because I'll just kill all of your workers at the third. GG gets called, and MaxPax miraculously wins game number 1 with that cool little Phoenix fight. Solid micro. I'm really not quite sure. I mean, that first shot is because he's clumped up more, and then he kills the first Phoenix. But after that, he still gets way better trades than Classic, and, well, it shows. Gets the first game, and we'll be heading into game number 2. Second game will be played here on 2K Atmospheres. As that first game, man, I can't believe it. That Phoenix micro is so clean every single time. And I could say Classic was a little bit too loose with his initial unit control, but still, it's absolutely crazy to me. It really is quite crazy to me. MaxPax deciding to open up with a 1-gate expand here. Wow. Okay, so these games are played after the patch, so I don't quite understand it. Still believes that the 1-gate expand on these non-ramped maps is viable, apparently. I'm not quite sure if I agree with that. I am not quite sure if I agree with that analysis. And the reason for that is because the Void Ray is the main thing holding the 1-gate expand together. The defensive Void Ray is what makes the 1-gate expand strong. But the defensive Void Ray got 50 minerals more expensive and takes 6 seconds longer. 6 seconds is a very long time if you're being attacked by 12 Stalkers. 12 seconds after your second Void Ray finished is an insanely long time. It's huge. These timing windows are very, very tight, and by basically letting your opponent have another 12 seconds in which they can deal big damage, yeah, that's going to be a big deal. Usually you're only truly safe with a third Void Ray, so we're talking about 18 seconds. Now, in StarCraft time, if we're talking 1 base versus 1.5 base, that is a huge amount of time that you can't actually lose. And MaxPax already was struggling at times versus some of these all-ins. We're talking Blink all-ins, 4-gate all-ins, Proxy Robo all-ins. There's really an infinite number of all-ins. Losing these minerals and losing that time is just going to make life, well, extremely difficult. Curious to see how Classic will approach this situation as he takes out the probe actually and plays his own 1-gate expand. Okay. So that is going to be the response here. Both players getting that Stargate as well. Nexus being thrown down a bit faster for MaxPax. Cuts out 2 workers out of his build though. And the Adept also will start a little bit quicker here on the side of the Danish Protoss player. And once again we're moving into a Stargate versus Stargate scenario, but this time around only one of the players is aware of the fact that it's a Stargate versus Stargate. And that could definitely change this situation. Does MaxPax want to blindly build Phoenixes? Or does he still want to open up with an Oracle is the real question now. I don't know. I don't actually know. Oh, here comes the battery. Phoenix, Phoenix. Okay, so both players opening up with a Phoenix. As this, this probe obviously is not in vision range, but Stargate. Adapt on both sides. Oh, that's a cancel. So MaxPax believes his opponent is bluffing. Now this Phoenix did get spotted. And we see double battery coming in here for MaxPax. He's playing it safe, playing it real safe. First Oracle on the way out already. Don't quite know what this Phoenix is going to be doing though. Are these Phoenixes going to be staying home? I think they will be staying home. And the reason... Well, never mind. I was going to say the reason why these Phoenixes are staying home is because they haven't been spotted yet. But now they have been spotted. This is a huge play for MaxPax. Now knowing that his Oracle has a counter on the map. So he needs to be careful with the Oracle. He's just going to hide it for now. Does not want to show it. He's going to fly in, most likely, when these Phoenixes show their head on the other side of the map. Phoenix follow-up though. Playing a Phoenix War being down 2 Phoenixes is not something I'd recommend generally. It just makes life really, really difficult. We have a Twilight Council on the way as well. So that will be the preferred follow-up. Second Stargate being built for Classic. Oh wow. He's going pedal to the metal here. And if he loses any amount of probes in this case, because he's already so invested in quick gases, that will be just extremely painful and could be game ending. It really could be. As Classic spots that there are Phoenixes across the map, is going to start moving there as well. And with a battery, I think 2 versus 4 Phoenixes, the 2 Phoenixes are actually going to be just fine. They will be capable of staying alive. Oracle gets triggered to move in towards that natural base right now. And here we go. First probe is going to go down. Second probe will fall as well. Oh, not the cleanest control out of MaxPax, honestly. This was... I think he could have gotten 4 or 5 workers there for free immediately. Still ends up getting 7, and that will remain to be a big deal. He's up 4 workers currently. He is getting tech, which I deem to be superior. There is, however, still a timing window here in which there aren't that many Stalkers out, in which Blink isn't done. And if these Phoenixes find the damage that they want to find, MaxPax could still be in a little bit of trouble. That first Phoenix is going to take a fair amount of damage. Oh, 3 workers go down. Good target fire out of MaxPax. We'll start trading with one of these Phoenixes at least. 3 workers for 1 Phoenix though. I think that is a trade that Classic is okay with. If you can trade out the other 4 Phoenixes for that raid as well, I think he would gladly do it. That would be 12 more workers. And that would put him ahead. I think we saw a robotics facility as a follow-up as well as a 3rd base. And although MaxPax killed 7 workers, it's funny to see that he's still not actually that far ahead. The game is relatively even, and now that he's keeping his own mineral lines exposed, he's actually going to lose a bunch more workers, and Classic won't even have to pay for it. That is 7 workers for free, and that puts MaxPax at pretty much all in. One of these Phoenixes is going to get targeted down. Super Battery gets activated. Blink is not quite done yet. Will finish now. No Blink in time though, as the Super Battery will help out. There is still a Phoenix here, capable of lifting up an Immortal. Can we get the lift on the Immortal? Can we get the lift on the Immortal? Yes, we can. And no, we can't, as this Phoenix now starts flying back again. Huh. Very all-in play here, out of MaxPax's. No Forge on the way, just purely on 4 gateways, pumping out Stalker after Stalker after Stalker. Phoenix is gonna get taken out, that is a big deal. 3 of these Stalkers also will get lifted, and with this Phoenix down, the Immortal is going to reign supreme. And right now, MaxPax's in a massive deficit, has 2 more Stalkers than his opponent. But if we count 1 Immortal as a Stalker, then all of a sudden the real unit count is better for Classic, obviously. Immortals will completely destroy Stalkers, and there's two Immortals here for Classic, where there's just 2 extra Stalkers for MaxPax's. So that's a brilliant trade. It's a brilliant setup. Once +1 finishes, that will be huge as well, because with +1, Immortals are capable of 3-shotting Stalkers rather than 4-shotting, which is what they're currently doing. Charge on the way. There is an opportunity here for MaxPax's in that the mobility of his army is much greater than the mobility of Classic's army. And Classic is skipping Blink, wants to move into a quick charge timing. The problem with this for Classic is that if there are a lot of Stalkers on the map and you can't catch these Stalkers, is you can kind of be... You keep having to run around the entire game. And that can be extremely frustrating. Especially if your opponent is expanding behind this, maybe even gets a Dark Shrine or something like that. But I like the way that Classic plays this, takes out that pylon, takes out the gateway, and uses the Phoenixes to force MaxPax's either into an all-in or to go back home to defend. And I think right now Classic is realizing, wait a second, he's not actually going home to defend. That means he can only be doing one thing, and that is all-inning. Charge is about to finish up here for MaxPax's, but there's not a single Zealot with this army. +1, once that finishes up for Classic, is going to be a massive game changer, because these Stalkers will get shot down so fast, and yeah, there's just nothing MaxPax's can do about that. Charge coming up as well, double Archons being warped in. Look at these Immortals tear through the Stalkers. Terrible situation here for the Danish Protoss player, who's getting completely exposed as well by this Observer, still in that Observer mode. Phoenix is lifting. Classic with some stellar control will most likely just be capable of taking this game as the Stalkers move in. Immortals try to target down the Stalkers, and there's lifts with the Phoenixes on these Zealots. Archons will help out as well on the ground fight. Not the greatest target fire of these Immortals, a lot of it is being used on the Zealots, but the supply pretty much tells the tale right now. +2 is being researched. This is how confident Classic is in his current position. He says, hey, I can start my +2, I can get another Immortal out, I'm even building a prison right now. And GG says MaxPax's game number 2 will go to Classic, and it ties up this series 1-1. So we'll be heading into the final game of our best of 3. Yes, game number 3. Yes, MaxPax's once again opens up with that 1 gate expand, and this time Classic will be seeing something similar. Yes, second pylon before the second gateway is a dead giveaway of what the plans are here for our Korean Protoss player. Does not quite get the wall that he wants to. MaxPax's gets the block off. I probably wanted the Cybercore somewhere over here. Just a slightly nicer looking wall. Not quite sure why we actually do that. And this wall is as easily wallable as well, so I think both is fine. I don't think it actually matters too much. Oh well, the things we do for aesthetics. Ain't that right? Well, both players building a Zealot here. As this time around this... oh, there actually is a cool move that I hadn't thought of yet. But... Ooh, is he gonna get the Nexus? Is he gonna get the Nexus? Ooh! Oi, 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 oi. He does get the Nexus. That was so close. That was like 15 milliseconds or something, the difference between getting that Nexus or not. Stargate going down at the same time for both players. MaxPax's does get the Zealot cancel as well on the Nexus, so it just gets a 10-12 second delayed Nexus. Cancelling the Zealot and getting that Nexus down is so darn huge though. It really is just a massive advantage. If you don't get supply blocked, you can get a couple more probes. Your third pylon can be delayed for a little bit longer as well. So yeah, Classic is going to be punching himself in the face after he realizes that his opponent's Zealot also got cancelled. Extremely frustrating, because he had such a good start, but then he kind of allowed the same thing on the other side of the map. Phoenix War for the third time, I guess. This is going to be a Phoenix War again. This time MaxPax's is joining the Phoenix War from the start, rather than joining midway after opening up with an Oracle. I still believe that if we just would have stayed at home with these Stalkers in the mid-game, he probably would have been fine in the last game. But as he did not do that, the Phoenixes just got a little bit too much damage in. You're forced into an all-in. That is exactly what ended up happening. No worker production here for Classic. Okay, here we go. Now starts with a Chrono Boost as well. Third gas is already finished up for MaxPax's as he will start saturating at the moment his natural finishes up. Second Stargate once again faster for MaxPax's and will be increasing pretty rapidly his Phoenix count, at least when that finishes up. Do we get a lot of Chrono Boost on these Stargate units as well? Yeah, we do actually. MaxPax's very keen on getting these Phoenixes out as fast as he can. It's going to be 3 versus 3. The first game, of course, he did have a Phoenix lead for a little bit after winning that initial 2 versus 2 fight. And afterwards it did even out. The Classic won, I think it was a 3 versus 3 fight. So I have to wait and see what is going to happen here exactly. Similar Phoenix count. Actually, Classic is down 1 already, and he also has his second Stargate slower. Sometimes people get these advantages, and I'm not even quite sure how they happen. It does feel like MaxPax's has just a slightly tighter opener, slightly better start here. He's going to start flying across the map right now. 5 Phoenixes in MaxPax's control. We'll see how many Phoenixes Classic needs to counter this. It's just really scary when someone flies across the map with their initial Phoenixes. There's only 5 Phoenixes. No, there comes the 6th. It's going to be 6 against 6. And this is a scenario in which MaxPax's feels ultra comfortable. Zealot gets picked off and he'll fly back. Gets the clean pick off and goes home. Gets the pick off and goes home. That is what he does. He just wants small edges. And all of these edges, they kind of add up into a massive advantage over time. Just being aggressive though is so risky. Okay, here comes Classic. Oh, target fire. Good individual unit control as well out of MaxPax's. I do believe that was a 1-for-1 trade. Yep, it was indeed. Once again, faster fleet beacon here for Classic. MaxPax's will be quite delayed. Already has the next Phoenix queued up already. So that fleet beacon actually is going to be extremely delayed. There's going to be a 20-25 second window here for Classic in which he can deal some real damage. Ooh, that first shot was big. Who's winning this fight? I have no clue. Well, it seems to be MaxPax's once again. Like I said, I don't know how he does it. But so far he's winning. One more Phoenix lost on the side of Classic. And now the advantage can start to snowball. There's no battery here in this base. 8 Phoenixes against 6. And how many are here? 7 defensively. We have 8 aggressive Phoenixes. So that means there's already 1 less Phoenix right now for Classic. That was a 1-for-1 trade, so that was okay. Or at least not terrible. Ooh, this is going to be a difficult trade though for the Korean Protoss. He did manage to... actually evened it up. That was a good trade. Good control there. Defensive control, being down a Phoenix, yet winning. Something we don't see every single day, especially not if MaxPax's is the aggressor. Now this fleet beacon timing is way faster as well. And we see the Ani-Impulse crystals going to be a solid half a minute faster. No, more even perhaps. 40-ish seconds. So that's going to be 40 seconds of Classic having complete dominance of the skies. Like, it's not a close battle. If one player has +2 range on his Phoenixes and the other one does not, we're going to need to see a small Phoenix cut as well here out of MaxPax's to afford this Ani-Impulse crystals, I believe at least. Well, it's gonna maybe delay the Ani-Impulse crystals a little more. Wait for these extra gases to start mining, I guess. Third base once again is faster as well for MaxPax's. As MaxPax's has 1 more Phoenix, but 2 less range. And this will last for another 40 seconds or so. This Zealot is the bait. Oi, oi, oi. And these Phoenix are the fishermen. So far they actually did not get anything yet. I think he might have actually lost one. Oh my god, this control is not good. Classic, what are you doing? You just moved in straight away and MaxPax's says, you sure you want to do it? I know you have 2 range, but if you fly in, that 2 range means nothing, because this is practically melee range. And just like that, 18 lost against 14 lost. We have 7 Phoenixes against 3. Ani-Impulse crystals is about to finish up, and Classic, once again, in major trouble. Does get 1 more good hit off with that +2 range. That's just the advantage. With lower Phoenix count, if you just have larger range, life is really, really good. Here comes a Stalker Warp in, but that's not going to really help out. We have some decent control out of MaxPax, some individual target fire on these Phoenixes. Oh. Can we get another hit? Can we get another hit? I think we can. Third Stargate on the way for both players. Fourth base already on the way for MaxPax as well, who feels very dominant once again. He feels like he's winning this game. Up 5 Phoenixes. I also feel like he's winning this game. Another Phoenix goes down. Up 6 Phoenixes. Oh, every single time Classic tries to move out, it just isn't good enough. And here goes Classic. GG. MaxPax in 3 Phoenix versus Phoenix games manages to win the series 2-1. Impressive performance here. And that's going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thank you, and bye-bye.